NFL Hall of Famer Steve Young is a hometown favorite here in San Francisco. And these days, he's focusing his efforts a little further south in Silicon Valley. He's now managing director at Huntsman Gay Global Capital, and he joins us now from Palo Alto. So, Steve, first of all, after such a legendary athletic career, what attracted you to private equity in Silicon Valley?
Well, business, I've been around Silicon Valley for 20 years. We actually practiced for the 49ers in Santa Clara back in 1987. We moved there. Nothing was there. And we always used to joke, as Silicon Valley grew up right around us, I could overthrow Jerry Rice and hit John Chambers in the head. So I really do feel I've been invested in a lot of small startup businesses over the years. I was operationally involved with a business that I started 10 years ago, an e-commerce business. And so I've been around it a long time. And I guess I've just kind of grown up since I was playing in business, and I found myself like a salmon swimming upstream. Now I'm a direct investor in a private equity fund. So I'm wearing a new hat, and it's very exciting, to be honest with you.
So you guys say you think your portfolio is unique. What's your strategy?
Well, we raised this fund in a really tough market in 2008. I had 4 other partners, myself, $1 billion. And we've just finished our 18th transaction. And so we've been very, very busy. And what makes us unique, I think, is that we like to think we bring bulge bracket relationships, a lot of gray hair, I've got some, and a lot of my partners do, kind of global relationships to the middle market, and really believe that we can, make changes, bring value to middle market companies, put our hands around them, whether it's operationally, financially, support businesses to that next level. So that's kind of how our firm, the history of our firm, strategically.
Hey, Steve, I think a lot of investors would like you to overthrow Jerry Rice and hit John Chambers in the head right now. But I wonder,
use that as a metaphor. I'm sorry. Don't get me in trouble. John's a friend.
Well, I'm just saying we like him too, but a lot of investors don't. But let me ask you about that. I mean, I wonder what skills you bring into private equity, because private equity is so much about taking a company, fixing the problems, hitting a few people in the head. There's a lot of yelling in sports. Do you feel like that's one of your sort of personal assets that you bring into the world of private equity?
Well, football is the ultimate people business, and quarterback is that ultimate people position. I mean, you really have to be able to drive results. And so the metaphors work, put it across the goal line, you fumbled that one. Just all those things really work one-to-one, especially in private equity when you're talking about businesses. Private equity is a people business. At Huntsman Gay, we really focus on leverage recaps, where we're working with management teams. We partner with management teams, owner entrepreneurs who want to diversify some risk, take some money off, chips off the table, bring us in for some financial operational support, and off we go, kind of pari passu, yoked together into the future. And so it's a people's business. So in that way, it's a one-to-one relationship with what I was doing before. Now, there's a lot more financial sophistication and financial engineering. I wish my law degree would turn into an MBA at times when I'm in this job, but I find myself very comfortable sitting across the table, getting to results, driving people to, kind of value propositions. The 49ers, for 20 years, I was on that team that was a platform to see how good you could get. And there's a lot of teams that didn't give you that platform. And so I think, kind of emotionally for me, why I'm involved in private equity is that I've got great partners that I really appreciate, and also that, I think that we bring the best to private equity, right? We drive value to middle market businesses. We're not just multiple arbitragers. We're not just trying to trade. We really dig in with 70 people behind us in our firm. That's a lot of people for a $1 billion fund. So.
And it's not the Buccaneers, so that's a good thing. But when you
if I was coming off the Buccaneers experience, I would be doing something completely different. I can tell you that.
Perhaps you would. We're glad you're not. Well, let me ask you about the final leverage recaps. I mean, that's a certain kind of investment opportunity. But how do you find deals? What kind of companies specifically are you looking to take under the wing of your firm?
Well, we're diversified. We call ourselves multi-industry experts. And I think you look at our portfolio, it really is that way. And so we think that with the people behind us, and we've had 200 transactions amongst the partnership, we've completed almost over 200 transactions. So if you think about expertise, we can get pretty smart pretty quickly about any industry. But there are some that we feel more comfortable with, and I think more and more we're feeling more comfortable in technologies because of the sophistication we have in some of our partners.
Exactly, Steve. I mean, you guys don't focus on technology, but a lot of your companies have tech elements. How important is technology to you guys? It's obviously very important in these parts.
I think more and more. I think we're here. We're based in Silicon Valley. We have this history. Rich Lawson, my partner, we started this business back 10 years ago, e-commerce business that we operated. We have a long history here, so it makes sense. But also in traditional industries, technology is playing a bigger and bigger role, so that the businesses that we're actually buying in those traditional industries really have essentially, kind of embedded inside of them a real technology focus, a platform. And as that inflection point hits in a lot of the traditional industries, you become a tech expert regardless. And I think out of that, we've found ourselves investing in some real tech-heavy businesses recently.
All right, Steve Young from Huntsman Gay Global Capital, former NFLer. Thanks so much for joining us. Great to have you here on Bloomberg West.